Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel 4. We are on a Macabre and for today, well, we're gonna start doing our rounds on the land. Because there's a lot of places with people we need to talk to and we got a few quests that we need to fulfill. So that's what we're gonna start with today. And do we need to check those roads? I know, I've been wondering that, because we do get like new if there are new text to be had by going to that area. But what if there is a side quest that you can pick up in an area just by doing some random action? Do we then need to be there to see the markings, or will that be indicated by the new indicator? It should be, right? Yeah, I was getting a bit paranoid. So I'm just gonna go to a few places just to have that little extra check. Because most places, if there's a quest, it will be in town itself. So it shouldn't be too hard to check. And I imagine that if there's going to be extra quests, it will be sooner in town than somewhere out of it. Alright, so far so good. Yeah, I think those couple of checks were enough for me to settle that idea in my head. Other things we have to do is we've got a lot of trial chests still left to do. So for today, I'm just gonna go. Let's just say just go from down all the way up the list, and we're gonna see how far we can get. And if we finish a region with like 5 minutes left or something, we'll probably just pick off one of the trial chests at the end, just like we did last time. And before we know it, we should be done with everything. But first, Aaron Village. Just a very spring session. Well, we don't mind that. Yeah, no other things here either. So let's see which people they want us to bring with. Enter the hot springs with Tita and a Git to trigger a sub-event. Do we... I don't think we have them, right? Because this is all we have. Alright, then let's go to Macabre and put them in our party. Rean and the others enjoyed the hot springs and took their time resting in the village. By some stroke of fate, an unexpected combination of people ended up soaking in the springs together. Doesn't quite live up to Elmo, but it's not half bad either. So, what's up with you, Tita? You're not in a bad mood, are you? No, it's nothing like that. Come on, up until 2 years ago, I didn't have a single problem getting into a hot spring with my family and a kid. Why did I suddenly feel so different now? Oh, Tita, are you worried things will get a little steamy between you two? Let's give her some space, Muse. We were roommates, you know, instructor. Who better to spill your heart out than the person who's seen you in your most private moments? If you say so. Oh, you've known Tita for 4 years now, haven't you, Agid? And you even went to a hot springs together in the past. So, would you say she looks more grown up now? Maybe even a little curvier? Oh, Muse! Well, she's not that 12-year-old kid anymore, that's for sure. She used to be so tiny. Every time I look at her, she's become more and more of a woman. It really just blows me away. It's like watching your little sister grow up. Oh. Ah, I see. Well, I can somewhat understand that. I guess I misread things between the two of them. Not entirely. Because maybe Agit is saying that she's little sister to him, but Tita definitely has a crush on a kid. Oh, but she's not your actual sister. See her as a substitute Misha, do you? Of course not. Tita's her own person, and so was Misha. I could never confuse the two of them. Tita's always been charming and likable, but I never imagined she would end up so Why the hell are we talking about this? Hook, line, and sinker. A kid's a pretty reserved guy most of the time. Hey, Schwarzer. Look, I really owe you one for watching over Tita, I mean. I've gotta pass my thanks along to Herschel and Lando too, of course. Hey, don't mention it. We've been just as grateful to have Tita around. Keep putting her to work. It's a good experience for her. Just one thing. Make sure she doesn't start dating anyone trashy or anything like that. And when it comes to all you Class 7 guys, no more mixed baiting with her. Got it? I'll keep them in mind. So you do have an interest in her, huh? Sorry, didn't catch that. No need to repeat yourself either. Maybe a little? Which is still kinda awkward, but yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. Alright, unity increased. We don't need... Yeah, see, now it's blue instead of green. Good. Well, that was an easy one at that. Titus Gate next. And will be just a select few people or everyone? Everyone. Oh, and with that, this caterpillar track should be good to go. But I still have 20 more that I need to switch out. Seriously, how harsh are their field exercises? And with that, this caterpillar track should be good to go. Ooh. A new recruit's life is just train, eat, sleep and repeat. I can't cope with all kinds of life without anything to entertain me, so I got a novel. I fall asleep every time I start reading it though. There's no chance I'm going to read it, so you guys might just as well have it. Thanks. Actually, I received a letter recently from Corolla in St. Ark. I got the feeling that she really wants to spend more time with me. I had no idea that she was into me. She's got a pretty tough personality, but even that kind of cute now. Even just the new recruit training kind of kicking my butt right now, so I honestly don't think I'll make it back. But having someone waiting for you is such a great feeling. Well, just the feeling that somebody cares is enough to make you smile every once in a while. Victory for the Empire is certain with the execution of Operation Jormungandr. The only thing I can't comprehend is why the 4th Armored Division remains on standby in Erebonia. What are they thinking, leaving our strongest force behind when there's a war to be fought? I want Calvert to be crushed beneath the power of the famous 4th Armored Division. Such vengeance would definitely honor Viscount Arcede's memory. Well, maybe you don't know something that your leaders do. Just keep that in mind. Well, I was surprised when I heard the full details. I would have never thought they'd station forces of similar size in 6 directions. Operation Jormungandr is really an amazing plan. It's all but secured our victory. We'll make Calvert regret their assassination attempt to the Emperor. They've made enemies of the wrong nation. Operation Jormungandr will definitely secure victory for the Empire. We should be proud to be citizens of the Empire and start preparing for war. Yeah, maybe not just yet. Well, I knew it would be like this. I just can't keep up with all the field exercises. I screwed up during the last battle simulation and the Sergeant Major ended up breathing down my neck. The constant drills are taking their toll on my body. I don't want to worry Kathy and Yang. I'm going to write in my letters that everything's fine. Do you want me to go back and tell them the truth, Clark? Well, I've already caused so much work for Kathy and Yang. It feels empty just saying it, but I'm going to write in my letters that everything's fine. Well, the new recruits have finally met the bare minimum for physical standards. Lately, we've been using war simulations to train our new recruits. Some of them are the most useless cowards I've ever had the misfortune to train. It's a mystery to me how they managed to survive until now. But many of them have improved. They now know their strengths and weaknesses and can take action without needing their hands held. I don't see a problem if we include the new recruits in the field exercises. Well, that's what good training does, isn't it? Well, they can now make snap decisions in combat, and they've learned how to conduct themselves properly in the field. Let's include the new recruits in the field exercises. Alright. The time of our campaign is approaching, but Cassius Bright's behavior is very concerning. On the surface, it looks like he's accepting the government's orders and agreed to remain uninvolved, but I truly hope that my concerns are unfounded. Well, Cassius was a bracer, and he does like to get involved every now and then. Well, the 1st Armored Division and the 16th Armored Division are both here. Now we'll finally start full-scale field exercises. A collaboration between our two divisions is essential for our role in Operation Jormungandr. I'm starting to get nervous now that the start of the war is drawing closer. It's even more important to keep up our field exercises. The 1st Armored Division and the 16th Armored Division are both here. Now we finally can start the full-scale field exercises. The time of our campaign is approaching. Well, we received communications from the government detailing when the war will begin. With only a few days until battle, the troops' morale is increasing. I'm getting fired up too, but clear-headedness coordination between the two divisions is vital for Operation Jormungandr to succeed. We should continue our field exercises right up to the start of the war. I'm anxious about the start of the war too, but performing field exercises right up to the day of the war seems strange. Yeah, because you want your troops to be well rested so they make better decisions and have a higher chance of winning that, well, war. Yeah, I don't get it. The only thing I can do now is watch things unfold. Everything has gone expected so far. It seems we did the right thing moving our pieces forward. Yeah, it could be that this is just a diversion tactic. That they are training them because they know that when they are sent out to war, it's not going to amount to anything yet. So they can train and get stronger for the battle that's going to come after that. But it's all speculation, we just have to see when we get there. We received a communication regarding the specifics for Operation Jormungandr. I had my suspicions about the movement of the armored divisions. Now it makes sense why they put so much effort in the joint field exercises for the two divisions. At least there's no doubt now. We should put all our preparations for the upcoming large-scale field exercises. Definitely. I couldn't work out the intentions of the armored divisions before, but now there is no doubt. We should put all of our preparations for the upcoming large-scale field exercises. Definitely, go for it. Well, the 6th and 10th and the 1st Armored Divisions working together? I didn't think I'd see the day. They all knew from the start that Imperial forces were preparing to pass through. It makes sense that they wouldn't complain about field exercise in the neutral zone. Oh, hey, what are you doing here? These are requisitioning resources. If we were to run out of something, it could have fatal consequences. I'm asking you nicely, so don't get in the way of my work. The amount of supplies for two divisions adds up a ridiculous amount, but those of us stationed here help out our brothers on the battlefield by doing odd jobs here and there. I can't slack off. I need to properly manage the supplies. That you indeedly do, because they don't call it the war machine for nothing. And the machine runs on parts, and every part needs to do their job. If one fails, everything fails. Oh, did you hear? The 1st Armored Division and 16th Armored Division met up at last. Now it looks like they'll be holding field exercise in the neutral zone. Now that I think about it, there's no real reason in calling it a neutral zone anymore, huh? The kingdom may be smaller than the Empire, but it's not like they're completely powerless. Who can say how this will end? The access must be connected to Operation Jormungandr somehow. Oh, you can hear the restless footsteps of the soldiers traversing the wall. Could it be that the dawn of war draws ever closer? I can't do anything myself, but I really hope it won't be like the 100-Day War. I just wish there was some way that I could be of assistance to the troops. Well, do what you can and hope everything will be fine. No one else here? Well, that should be Titus Gate. Well, I guess we are more than ready to move on to the next one already. Do we wanna check out the roads? I'm just doing this in case. Never know. No, the shrines will definitely not be in use. Inspector Reiner? What are you doing here? Oh, I'm here on business, so what else? I heard about what happened in Ordis. About Your Highness and the other person being confined. And the confrontation with Governor Reckons too. It's really got me fired up. I decided to look into things in case there was any information we could use to build a case against the government. Even a remote town like this isn't free from the conscription and requisitioning orders. It must be hard on them. Yeah. Unfortunately, stopping the war outright is beyond the Inspectorate's purview. But if we can expose the government's unlawful activities, that may help. It could disrupt the schedule, perhaps even change the course of the war in some small way. Rest assured, I'll be doing everything in my power. Thank you. We really appreciate any help you can give us. Alright, I think I've talked to just about all the residents. Next I'll have to meet up with the mayor and hear things out properly and then... Seems like he's busy with something. We shouldn't interrupt. Yeah, he's trying to stop the war in his own way. And you can say what you want, but that's admirable. And the fact that he knows that the chance of him stopping the war is almost zero, but all the little things in the end do help. And if there's enough little things, you might get an avalanche of movement. Oh, there's an odd rumor going around the village. They say that all over the Empire people have started acting strangely, becoming irritable and aggressive for no reason. Maybe it's due to the stress they've been building up for too long. People are in no mood to be shopping for fabrics with the war looming. Should I close my store down maybe? I'm really at a loss to whether to keep it up and hope for the best or just give up on it. Already bought it. Part of me wants to buy something for her because I feel sorry, but I need the money. Well, the IDF soldiers from St. Ark have left. It's a relief. If I'm to be honest with you, they kept pressuring us to contribute more to the war effort. We're still one step away from the war, and the uncertainty of it when it might begin is terribly nerve-wracking. When is our army going to clash with Calvert? How will our lives be affected? We're still one step away from the war, and the uncertainty of it might begin is terribly nerve-wracking. When is our army going to clash with Calvert? How will our life be affected? Well, in due time, good sir, in due time. And that's the thing, isn't it? Because I have been thinking about it, because I already know what, of course, the next game in the series will be. Will there be more rivalries in Cold Steel 4, or was the fight with Crow the only one, and more like an indicator about what can happen in the future when it really is starting to get loose? I wonder, but on the other hand, where will it go from here? Because Act 2 is basically just us checking up on the entire country, like where's the war, what's happening, how's everyone feeling, how are people trying to get an advantage or try to get out of being conscripted. So I'm guessing that part 3 is when it really is going to start up again, like us moving on to Gilead, the Ironbloods, and all the forces that are against it. Maybe even start a movement with Muse and the Wiseland Army. Yeah, like I said, so many options on where this can go, I have no idea. I guess time will tell, isn't it?
Now,
And we're making decent progress, to say the least. Even at Brionia Island, you say? I don't like the sound of it. Oh, there's no trace of such a sudden change in the ecosystem, even the records from 50 years back. But why now? Did Kenneth know why this was happening? Does it have something to do with why he disappeared? We still have no idea whether he is alive or dead, and yet you still haven't given up on him. You must care about Kenneth very much. What? You get it all wrong. Kenneth and I are, you know, fishing buddies. Methinks the lady doth protest a bit too much. Looks like my hunch was right on the mark. I think so too, and they do fit well together. Miss Annabelle? Yes? I deeply regret my earlier actions. I was doing you a disservice. You may consider your engagement to my son, William, null and void. If your family objects, I'll smooth things out with them. I would much prefer you to follow your heart in regard to Kenneth. Thank you. Now what's going on? I've never even told Kenneth how I feel. But now his father knows? Someday Annabelle's life will calm down a little, but that day is not today. But that's the thing, isn't it? I'm sure that if you like somebody a lot and you haven't told them yet or anybody else, I do think you radiate it out somehow, and there are people that pick up on that. Just like his father. To think I remained oblivious as my sons built such a wonderful relationship. You must return, Kenneth, for Annabelle's sake. He changed a lot over the games, in a good way. Well, my draft card came in the mail the other day. I explained to Catan what it meant, but he just looked at me with a confused expression. Well, it doesn't matter. If he doesn't really understand, it won't make a difference as long as I make it back. Yeah, so please do. Fragrant chicken pie. By petite croquet. I think those are just results from cooking or something, but just to be sure, just to have one in our inventory. No one upstairs? Well, I hear that Bertrand got his draft card. I think I'll have to keep seeing off the men of his town as they go to war. It's really frustrating. Yeah, I can't even imagine how much it is. Like, frustrating. Alright, one thing I do want to do is check out all the gears everywhere. If it's just the standard defense and art defense, or if there is a location that gives us extra stats for a little bit different defense points. While we're at it, of course. And I wonder when we're gonna get our next master course in store, because it's been a while since we get one. Oh, are you looking for Tatiana and Kyrie? Well, they left a while ago. Given everything they're going through, I couldn't well stop them. At least I was able to send them off with lunchboxes back to the guilds. I sure hope they're doing alright. They both such honest kids, hardworking kids. I hope they're doing well wherever they are. Yeah, these are very, very decent and kind people, aren't they? Well, seeing as this is different stats, but very old as well. And we do have some in our inventory, that's good. No new books. Well, as if the subsidy scam weren't bad enough, supplies have started getting really scarce. We're still managing to get by though. With weaving supplies so limited, you gotta be quick or it'll be all sold out. I pounced on what I need like a tiger. Good on you, Jerome. Alright. And I haven't really checked where the locations were for the side quest, but like before, if we come across them, we'll pick them up straight away and doing them, cause after you finish one, the main location will pop up and it will probably be get back on the Merkaba so we can have a scene. So as long as we stay down on the ground, we should be fine. It's a relief, but I'll be honest with you, they kept pressing us to contribute more to the war effort. We're still one step away from war, and the uncertainty of it in the beginning is terribly nerve-wracking. When is our army going to clash with Calvert? How will our lives be affected? Katan's dad is going to become a soldier? So he'll leave Parm? Yes. That's been conscripted. He gave me a big hug and told me to be good. How long is he gonna go away for, do you know? I'm sorry, Katan, I don't. You'll have to be patient, okay? Okay. Thanks anyway. Nice little extra scene for Kurt. Oh, I've been going to church more often recently. Listening to the sermons and gazing at the stained glass picture helped me calm my mind. Well, if it calms you, definitely keep doing it.
Some fish.
Let's fish one or two up. Just because we can.
Got a bite.
You never know if you're gonna catch something real rare.
This is promising.
It's a small crab. He's not even putting any fight up.
I got it.
Ooh, you material. Thank you very much. One more,
there.
And then we can continue.
Got a bite. This is promising.
Yeah, by now this is a very old fishing spot.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, with all the upgrades we've been having, yeah, these fish don't stand a chance anymore. Oh, it seemed like all the mail Parm's been getting recently has only been draft cards. But I won't get into that sort of morose mood. It's even more important to show determination and resilience now. I should start by talking to people and helping them remain hopeful. That is a very good idea. Oh, everyone's having a difficult time and must be strong. I'll go around visiting those who've been drafted. Perhaps I can offer some reassurance. Ah, it has been nothing but bad news reaching Parm. My goal is to strengthen the heart of the townfolk through my sermons. But perhaps it would be a bit too difficult for the young children to understand. It has been nothing but bad news. Yeah, it is terrible. That's why we should do our best to let the war come to an end as soon as possible. That's maybe the only thing we can do. Hope. Well, if you're not looking to buy anything, move on. I guess you're outside of thinking Parm's treasures is fine fabrics or the art of weaving. Wrong! It's the artisans themselves, passing on their knowledge and trade secrets from one generation to the next. You're distracting me. Go bother someone else. He makes it, he doesn't sell it. Oh, my husband saw Reggie as a promising young craftsman. When Reggie got drafted, he nearly had a fit. My advice is not to talk to him until he cools off. Well, if one of your best friends or students are being drafted, not knowing if they ever come back, yeah. It's understandable he's upset, I would be too. Oh, Master Gallard, you told me everything I know. I won't ever forget what you've done for me. Well, stop acting like this is the last time I'll see you. You were drafted, not sentenced to death. You'll go to this war, fight in it, and you'll be coming back. But there's a chance I won't make it back, you know. I could get hit by a stray bullet or caught up in an explosion. Honestly, I've given up on my dreams to become a full-fledged artist. Stop that right now! Who are you? I don't recognize my ambitious apprentice in you at all. You will come back, do you hear me? And if you make me cry, I will officially disown you as an apprentice. I promise I'll be back. It can be. Reggie, you were... Oh, hey Kurt. I'm happy I got to see you before leaving. I look forward to talking with you again about all sorts of stuff. When I get back. Yes, I look forward to it too. To think I have to send off my dear apprentice. This must be what it means for something to be heart-wrenching. How will I tell my wife what happened when she returns home? I got my draft card yesterday. I've just started making a name for myself as an artisan, and now I have to leave. There's still so much I want to learn from Master Gallard. Once the war's over, I'll be back and finish my apprenticeship. Well, go for it. It will definitely be over at some point. Alright, nobody here. I hear that pretty much the entire 1st Armored Division has been gathered at Titus Gate for military exercises. What makes you wonder? Why Titus Gate of all places? You'd think they're planning on making a move on Liberal. What did they look for? It was awfully just a joke. No, it's a valid concern. Because it feels like there are more units there than they needed if Liberal decides to attack them. It's almost like it's more of an assault team they're trying to make up there. But like I said, we'll see. Pretty much the entire 1st Armored Division. The training hall is now being used as a military storehouse. I don't think they'll want us going in there. From what I've heard, the IDF has left St. Arc. We haven't received new orders yet though, so we're staying put. We're keeping up with training and we're ready to march out at any time. But they still are keeping us here. Yes, they are. No, that's the entirety of Parm. Don't think we have... Ooh. Oh, that is probably... the... what do you call that? The church? Do you want to have a quick
let's get going.
Going there? With a bike we shouldn't be too long. Oh, wait. We can't go up the stairs. Because way back we did have like a loading issue. Having said that, we had an issue that the game crashed when we tried to get to the shrine. Alright. Okay, so if we move the thing up, it shows, okay. So we did re-walk that. And it's done for par. Checking out the field exercise camp. Ishna, Great Forest. Alright, 4 areas left. We're making stellar process of getting here. Oh. Does Dreknor Fortress? I always lose track of time when I listen to Miss Fiona play. Her music has a bold quality that stirs the hearts. Just the kind of performance you expect from the General's daughter. In any case, you can count on me to see Miss Fiona home safely. I'll be right here when she finishes her conversation with Lieutenant Colonel Neithardt. Good, you do that. Well, I'm a little worried about Alan, but it's probably best not to get too close if the military is on the lookout for us. I think you might be right. Oh, Elliot, Rean, how nice to see you all. Though, considering the circumstances, I would have imagined you'd still be laying low. Well, we're not here to cause any trouble. We were just in the neighborhood and thought we'd look in on things. Oh, by the way, what brought you to the fortress, Fiona? Oh, I just came to visit Father in Neithardt. Some good luck charms, that's all. From the sounds of things, the 4th Armored Division has some hard times ahead of them. I don't have the strength that you do, but I still want to help in any way I can. Well, there's more strength than just military might, Fiona. Not a day goes by that I'm not inspired by your kindness and strength of heart. I imagine that goes for the general too. Though I must admit, your boldness can get you into trouble. I would be drastically opposed to you trying to rein in a little. Oh, Neithardt. Well, I can't promise that. I do promise to find my own way of supporting you. Oh, though it isn't quite what we came here for. It was nice to see this little chapter of their love story. You're right about that. Even with everything that's going on, they're still finding a way to make their relationship work. I'm glad. Oh, please take care out there. I'll pray for your success. Elliot, you probably don't need me telling you this, but don't take anything too risky. Of course. Don't worry, Fiona. On another note, Lieutenant Colonel, can you tell me what's going on with Alan? Well, physically speaking, he's perfectly fine. But the curse. It's been eating away at the Empire for centuries. Freeing him from its grip will be no easy task. Worse yet, the previous incident only further cemented his decision. Though I imagine the compelling power of the curse played a part. Lieutenant Colonel, words won't get us anywhere. I intend to take action, doing all that I can as a superior officer and former instructor. But it is merely my path. A different one awaits you and your allies, Schwarzer. Find it, follow it, and see where it leads. We will, thank you. I'm really worried about Alan, but I'll just have to put my faith in the Lieutenant Colonel for now. That you do. Alright, that is good. Any other people? That's probably a trial chest. Okay, which one is it on North Total Line Highway 2? Unit is still closed. Ah, there it is. It's Elliot and Gaius on 102. Alright, then we'll be back here before you know it. Cathedral Square. Huh? Hotel Augusta. Well, the performance the other day was truly something special. The music was enough to warm the heart. It spoke to our humanity. Lately, the only thing I've been able to feel is hatred towards the Republic. But since the performance, the storm raging inside my mind has cleared, and I feel all the better. Emperor Astorius wasn't a prisoner to anger and despair. He built the old capital with a desire for peace. I want to emulate that wisdom of his and try to find a passage to peace with Calvert. This guy was possessed by the curse before, but its influence seems to be weakening now. Oh, could it be because of the recital after all? Well, if Emperor Astorius is giving us into rage and despair, Saint Ark would never have sprung into existence. I wish to emulate his wisdom. Even in the current situation, we can still find a way to peace. Good show, my man. Rax! Hey, I didn't know you were in Saint Ark. News breaks, and I'm here. And the Imperial Defense Force Patrol is big news. There's also been movement in Eastern Erebonian, but Fidelio's taking point on photography there. Well, haven't heard Fidelio's name in a while. He was the head of the photography club, right? I heard he joined the Chronicle the year before you did. Pretty amazing you both became photojournalists. Right? Fidelio's been working with the Norton and getting some amazing shots. Or at least he was, until Norton started acting weird. They split up after that. Do you think that might be the Great Twilight? Well, if reports are being affected, it could spread misinformation throughout Zemuria. Honestly, it's not just Norton who's acting weird. Tons of journalists are just off lately. Hell, even the atmosphere in the office keeps getting more and more wrong. That's why I'm out here, hitting the streets all over the Empire looking for something that'll bust this story wide open. This is a crucial moment for us journalists. One way or another, things are never going to be the same. Wow. Things sound pretty rough right now, but we'll be wishing you luck. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help out. Thanks. And right back at ya. Fidelia and I have split up to cover as much ground as we can. But, I sure as hell hope one of us can find Vivi. Anyway, you guys keep fighting the good fight. Yes, we hope Vivi will be found too. She is a great friend. Well, my store mainly takes orders and repair requests from Dreknor Fortress uniforms. New recruits are usually all clientele, but yesterday we received several repair orders from soldiers who weren't part of that group. The field exercises must really be backbreaking. I don't know the details, but I can really feel that the winds of war are starting to blow. Frankly, I'm not sure if they're called field exercises. Pretty sure our little infiltration incident might be the cause of them. Oh, that's very likely. I doubt the common man would be aware of it, though. Ooh. Might this be the alternative? No, 300 defense point is a bit much. Oh, before they announced the war, they'd always be performers in Central Square and inside the cathedral. The group that came by, the Black Rabbit and the Red-Haired Harris, was it? Oh, it's been a while since we had something like that. It was a good change of pace. Before they announced the war, there'd always be performers in Cathedral Square. Wait, you haven't gotten a draft order? But you're still going to sign up. Why? Well, sales have been down, and now our truck has been requisitioned. As I'm just a burden to you. The damages my pride as a man, and I don't want to drag you down. If I become a soldier, at least there will be some mirror coming in. But, oh, you're such an idiot. I'd never think that you were dragging me down. We're a family. We support each other through thick and thin. When you're in trouble, I help you. And I know that when I'm in trouble, you'll help me. Razumi. You're right. I got it. I'll drop this and find a path that won't make you worry about me. I'm sorry I brought it up. And who knows, there might still be a draft card in your future. Well, it's embarrassing, but what he said has really cheered me on. Sorry for the ruckus. I shouldn't have done that during store hours. Please, continue shopping at Razumi's luxury food store. Now, what's gotten into my husband? Bursting into the store and saying strange things like that isn't like him. But I'm relieved that he seems to have thought things over. We have to support each other when times get rough. True. If it isn't with a loved one, then at least it's with a friend. There's someone that you can share the shit with, because going through it alone is hard enough as it is. Well, we've moved those books that will boost morale forward to the front of our displays, and the Imperial Defense Force commanded. But I'm not the sort of person to bend to pressure. I lined them up right next to books like Working Together Hand in Hand and Learning About Calvert. This is a second-hand bookstore after all. If I take around a bit, I might even be able to find some out-of-print books in storage. Wait, doesn't this count as anti-government activity, right? Maybe I should be a bit more subtle about my arrangements. Definitely. Because if they find out, you won't be working here anymore. Well, apparently, the 1st Armored Division is performing field exercises at Titus Gate. The 16th Armored Division has joined in on the exercise as well, according to the latest rumors. If the stories are true, it is clear that this is something more than regular military exercises. No doubt this is one of the Dragon's Head in the Imperial Government Operation Jormungandr. Well, as war draws closer, we're getting a much better picture of things. That you are. Again with the Excel stuff. Alright, that's it for the store. The concert was so amazing. I can still hear the music in my ears. I want to press and get as good as Miss Fiona. I think I've got a little better since last time. What do you think? Oh, that was amazing. I can tell how hard you must have been practicing. Oh, I'm gonna need some more to play the piece all the way to the end, but still. Yeah, she's doing great. Oh, the performance was absolutely stunning. I broke into such a smile listening to the beautiful instrumentals and the singing too. I felt like all the tension knotted around my heart was finally melting away. And I couldn't get enough of it, just singing the song they played now over and over. It made me remember that no matter how tough things get, we can't forget to smile. Hey, and who knows, maybe that smile will push away the curse, at least for a few days more. Oh, my husband should have arrived at the food agency in the capital about now. Oh, he worked there for about 30 years, and ever since then, he's never lost his passion for his work. I'm beyond glad that we finally get to spend more time together. But he's always thinking of the country's future. It is one of the things I love about him. That's why I want him to talk to the food agency, so he has no regrets. Sounds like a great idea. Oh, I've been so distraught since my master set out for war, but hearing the performance made me realize I can't just spend my life crying. It's my job to have faith in my master after all. The Count often says that there's power in art. However, it doesn't matter how great a masterpiece you create when there's not a soul to admire it. What do I do now that the blockade stands in my path as an artist? All of this emotion threatens to burst right out of me. I feel so powerless. I have this overwhelming desire to express myself on canvas. Then do it. Grab a canvas, throw some paint on it and see. Well, I want to put aside what has happened and take up the brush. Like I said, go for it. Can't hurt. Well, the freshness of the fruit, the rich aroma, this juice is amazing. Why, my farm better kick up a notch if we want to keep up. It's a real shame that the stall's got to close down soon. You got a great thing going here. Well, I really appreciate that. You know, you're not the only one I've heard that from. There's been quite a few people upset of our closing. If we could just get things together enough, Mira and inventory, we might be able to survive. In that case, how about you work with me to keep this all open? Our supplies got requisition too, but maybe together we can turn this around. Wow, I never thought of that before. You might be onto something. Hey, and if both make a little bit of money, that's a good little extra. Oh, the juice stall was something we used to do as a side job to the family work, farm work, but now that's become an impressive secondary source of income. It would just be great if we could work together and rebuild this thing. Yeah, I think it's a great idea as well. Oh, hello everyone. I heard the last recital through the window of the cathedral. It really eased my soul. Thank you. Everything was put together on short notice, but I think I managed to put on a good performance. Oh well, the Imperial Defense Force is going now, so we can put the performances without restrictions. I hope to hear the Black Rabbit and the Red Hairs again soon. Yeah, I'm sure that would make Fiona happy too. And it would make me happy as well if we get to see it in game. Surfing the waterways in the field at this age is tough. It looks like we can at least put right the soul if the monster is disturbed. If the sisters give me some ointment for my muscle pain, I'll be able to get back to work. Even though the cathedral is struggling with their own medicine shortages, they're still working to help churches in other areas. Even though there are people close to me trying to support the war, I've only been concerned with protecting the family name and our wealth. It's a grave sin to only consider your own safety in a country about to be rocked out by war. Even if it's a bit late, I should start searching something that I can do to help. Sounds like a great idea. I heard from Fiona that the recital went well. The curse pushes its way into the cracks in people's hearts. To put it another way, if a heart is fulfilled, the curse will have no effect. Perhaps there are some who had the holes in their heart filled by your music. Could be. Could very well be, I'm sure. Alright. For now, that is the entire cathedral region, except for the quest that we have here and the people inside the area of that quest. So we're gonna start off with that on the next episode. In between, I will do another check on the equipment for the places we've been to so far and start buying it. I don't have enough money yet to buy everything, but we are definitely getting there. And I first start updating the equipment of the new Class 7 before moving on to the old class, because it will be handy for them in upcoming trial chest and the cryptid, but for most fights it will be the new Class 7, just because I choose to. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. So until then, bye bye.